And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. Across from me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. So, we actually have a news cycle.
I know,
which is fun, but
which is weird. It's all baseball news too, but there's no baseball.
oh no, there's a bit of football news.
Okay, there's a little bit of football news too. Yeah.
Ultra grosses decide to play Simpsons Hit and Run in real life.
Oh boy. So. Oh boy, Crazy Taxi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
oh boy. Well,
so I guess I just need to.
If you check the Cameron Woolley Show Twitter account.
Oh yes.
And I'm sure you posted this on Instagram, perhaps too.
I did not post this on Instagram.
Okay.
No.
Saw some angry tweets. Cameron Woolley out for justice, and this time, maybe against his own team. Yes, shockingly enough.
Yes, against my own
team.
team.
What's going on here? So
pretty much.
Okay.
What
do you know? What have you heard? What do you think? What do you speculate? Lay it all out.
You have it on the screen right now. You being the brilliant researcher you are. You have the courtesy of NJ.com. The headline: Judge calls out Yankees and MLB over sealed letter, which goes to appeal court.
And we're not talking about Aaron Judge. We're talking
about
judge.
A judge like a gavel.
Right, like Judge Wapner or like Judge Judy.
Yeah, like Judge Judy.
Judge Judy. Yeah.
Hold on, I might want to reposition the camera over here. Hold up.
Oh, you're.
It'll face me.
All right, turn it that way. No, turn it. Here, I'll give you the frame.
Yeah. Give me the frame. Hold up.
He's so angry he knocked the camera off kilter. Okay, now move it to your right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see.
All right, a little more. Put the black chair in the middle-ish. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
That should be good.
Okay, that actually was the right frame. Okay, right. I knocked it off the right frame. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, now we go back.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, disable the preview. It looks
all
right.
We resume.
Okay, so
yeah. So what is this sealed letter? What's going on here? Explain it to anybody who may be living under a rock right now.
Yeah. So pretty much, and I can't blame you if you're not following sports news right now.
Sure.
But pretty much. As you know, the Astros and Red Sox, they were busted for stealing signs.
Yes, Astros for banging on trash cans.
Red Sox for I don't know what they did.
They used Apple Watches to relay signs.
Yeah, they used
to each other. So, one, as you know, with the Apple Watch, you can communicate with people from other distances or across the baseball diamond. And they were, I can't remember if they had a guy in the stands. Or maybe you could decipher signs from the bullpen, but somehow they were relaying via Apple Watches to the batters and stealing signs that way. And they were able to prove this, and they got punished, not as severely as the Astros.
They got fined. Which
they got fined. They got a slap on the wrist.
Like getting fined for a few $100,000 when you're $1 billion franchise, then just,
big deal.
It's like big whoop. I mean, like that's chump change.
Right. And somehow the Yankees were involved same year as all 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017, the New York Yankees. Apparently some plaintiffs or like a whistleblower. Maybe like some kind of whistleblower or something like that said that the Yankees took part in a quote more serious sign stealing operation.
Right. But
which meanwhile I'm looking at this and I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, just what the hell is? It's like what? I remember I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I'm terrified because like I was terrified, but I was also pissed.
Okay.
Because
well, sure, we just want a fair game. It's not that hard.
And
you throw the ball, you hit the ball, you catch the ball.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
But now, as you see, teams are taking advantage of technology, electronics. Monitors near the bullpen, and stealing signs.
Yes.
Which, it goes back quite a ways, but not using technology though. Maybe there was a guy on second batter and saying maybe watching the catcher and the signs and the pitches, and then later on relaying it back to the batter. It was like, hey, I think watch close. I think I might have deciphered some of the signs, but not using technology as
it's a no-no.
Strictly prohibited.
It's a no-no.
Strictly prohibited.
And the Yankees, remember, the sign stealing in 2017 is alleged. I'm telling you right now, this is only alleged.
Sure.
They are being accused of it.
Sure.
This is something that the internet and the sports community and the world as a whole doesn't understand what the word alleged means. So, pretty much what it means is they're accused of doing it, but it's not 100% proven that they did it.
Yeah, so they were just cited.
And in 2015 and 16 and earlier in 2017, they were found out to be using the replay room for, deciphering signs and that stuff. It's a no-no now, but it wasn't illegal at the time. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay. But also 2015-16 was when we sucked. So,
Sure,
by Yankee standards, we sucked.
Sure.
So
it didn't help them.
Yeah, it didn't help us. We had a fossilized A-Rod and Carlos Beltran were our best hitters.
Right.
So,
yeah. I can't even remember who was on the pitching staff then.
Masahiro Tanaka.
Tanaka,
CC.
They just dumped a bunch of money on Tanaka. Sabathia, who else was on that rotation?
I
have to look back. We forgot.
Ivan Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan Nova.
That's a name.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
That's a name from the past.
They had a hell of a bullpen, though. They had Run DMC, Dellin Miller, Chapman.
Right. Yep. I remember. And so it looks like at the time they were just cited for misusing a dugout phone, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know what
whatever
that
means.
It's like.
But the Red Sox had accused them of aiming a Yes camera at the Red Sox dugout and watching that feed from their home dugout, from the Yankees' home dugout.
A Yes camera. The thing is, like, if it's a Yes camera,
right,
you're not gonna do the Yankees. Okay, if this is true, the scheme would have to be insanely elaborate. Not only would they have to be on board, they'd have to have the Yes Network on board, which the Yankees
they own.
Yeah, the Yankees own Yes.
So, yeah.
Like, they own Yes.
Yeah, Yankees Entertainment Sports Network. That's what it stands for. The first word is Yankees, so it wouldn't be that far-fetched to be like, hey.
Yeah, it's not. It's not
proper.
It's like, hey, could you point a camera over here? Could you get us like a feed in there? Yep. Yeah, could you get a guy in the room to go like, hey, Mr. Girardi, it's gonna be a slider right here, and then
slider,
and then Girardi could relay that sign to the first base coach or third base coach, depending on where the batter was facing, and then they'd show a sign, whether it be like they'd show their own sign that says like hey, slider or curveball or fastball or
less blatant than banging on trash cans.
Yeah, less blatant than banging on trash cans.
Although they didn't get caught either. Had that dude not spoke up from
had Mike Fiers not spoken up. Oh yeah.
I mean, eventually they might have gotten caught, but no one knew beforehand. No one obvious as it seems now on the watching replays. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. It took them 3 years to find out.
Danny Farquhar caught it.
Yeah.
Danny Farquhar was like, okay, dude.
Something's going on here.
He was like, okay, dude, they got the sign.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah. But whatever this dugout infraction, dugout phone, whatever, it seemed to have been pretty much swept under the rug back in 2017. I never even heard it. I knew about the Apple Watch thing.
The thing is, like, this stuff has already been kind of proven. But the letter, on the other hand, would, if the accusations end up being true.
Yeah, there's a letter. It's sealed. Now they're unsealing the letter.
If the accusations do end up being true, it will reveal something elaborate and deliberate to a Houston scale. To a plan like Houston, where they had a full-fledged system in place for getting the signs. Okay. Now, if this is true, then I want everyone from that 2017 roster either at least suspended for 1 year.
Well,
at least suspended for a year. Without pay. Suspended without pay for a year.
What do you think they're so afraid of? I mean, it sounds like they're afraid of something, but they didn't find anything back then. So, what could this possibly be? What's the worst case scenario?
The worst case,
That
okay.
they
Thing is, like,
had a camera pointed.
the worst case scenario is that they had, okay, but the alleged, like, the whistleblowers and, like, the rumors, some of the leaks, some of the guys that are, some blue checkmark guys on Twitter
Sure.
were saying stuff like, oh, well, the plaintiffs, they said that they had a more serious sign stealing scandal than the Astros, which, okay, that's pretty friggin' hard to do. Okay, there's never been a more elaborate system that's honestly impressive.
Right.
Like the Astros. So if it's something more serious than that, then they'd have to, like, it would be something other than a trash can. It would have to be something other than a trash can.
So you're thinking they found a way to signal?
Okay, if it is true.
I don't know how.
If it is true, they'd have to find. Okay, my theory.
Okay.
For it happening is they'd have a Yes camera because they own the Yes network, like
Right.
you said.
And there's a million cameras in the Yankee Stadium, so who knows what's pointed out where.
They'd have millions of cameras pointed. Then cameraman would call the, or like somebody.
They would have a feed. I don't,
Like they'd have a feed. They'd have someone maybe from the studio, or they'd have the studio feed in like a replay room in the clubhouse, close enough to the dugout to where they could relay it quickly enough.
Right.
To where the manager, to where Joe Girardi could signal to like Phil Nevin.
Okay.
to relay that signal, its own signal, like an own signature hand signal, so people couldn't decipher it.
Sure.
Like
hey,
I said, like the
slider.
1-2, like
Right.
like some kind of hand sign. I don't know, touching the face or something like that. I sanitized my hands, by the way, before this.
I know. I saw you.
So I don't know, but they didn't. See it.
Okay. What? We're very safe here.
We are very safe here at
No
the Cameron
viruses
Woolley
here.
Show in the shared universe.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to get me infected with this thing. So, anyways, there would have to be a signal, and it would have to be discreet enough to where no opposing players found out.
Right. Or it doesn't even be that discreet. Banging on trash cans. Nobody found that. Not for 2.5 years.
Like
Nobody
you'd have to
knew.
be. I mean, there were a couple guys that caught on to it.
Right, but not enough to be like, hey, I think they're cheating.
Yeah, like, or they'd relay it to the runner at second, and then runner at second would relay it to the batter. Which, I mean, that stuff that happens in baseball anyway. So
Right.
like where runner on second gets the sign, relays it to the batter. I think that stuff happens. I don't know.
Oh, sure. But I mean, yeah. I mean, at one point, you'd be like, hey, just get better signs then.
Yeah, it's like at that point you're like, okay, like the catcher calls off, gets the pitcher, or that's what any smart catcher would do.
Sure. It's like, hey, I'm changing the signs. Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm changing the signs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they got the signs, we're gonna change it. That's how you solve that issue.
Sure.
Thing is with a system as great and as elaborate as Houston's, they've somehow found a way to figure it out.
Sure. Wasn't even really that elaborate. It's like camera. They had the feed into the dugout. They could
Feed
read
into
the
the
signs,
dugout.
and that's it. It wasn't really
Yeah.
even that elaborate. So, I'm wondering what they found out about the Yankees. Yankees are scared about unsealing this letter.
I'm scared shitless about this, man.
How bad could it be, though? I just don't.
They said it was more serious in Houston.
Really?
The
All right.
leaks, like some of the stuff, I'm hearing it's more serious in Houston.
Okay.
Some, like again, there are blue check marks everywhere saying, "Oh, they did it. They didn't do it." A guy named, I think, Andy Martiano who writes for SNY said,
Yes.
"Oh, there was nothing found out." I'm like,
Right.
okay, you literally write in New York, so of course you're gonna say. Although writing for Sportsnet, that kind of makes you, like, I don't know, Mets in a way. That's kind of writing for Sportsnet New York. As that's kind of like the equivalent to writing for Nesson about the Yankees.
Sure.
of course you're gonna jump on any opportunity they get
Right. Sure.
to make the Yankees look bad.
Of course.
Because remember, the
your
Mets as an organization live for making the Yankees look bad.
Right. That's your rival in city rival team. Yeah, for sure.
Yankees don't give a shit. The Mets.
I know. The Mets do.
The Mets live by it.
The Mets do though.
The Mets live
The
by
Mets
it.
fans.
The Mets live by it. Oh my God, they're obsessed.
Sure. So, I have a quote here. Mark. They talked to Mark Teixeira. He's like, "Oh, it's no big deal. We use replay monitors to decipher a sequence or indicator, and then would share it with teammates, but not in real time. When a runner would get to second base, he was told to check if the catcher was keeping the same signs, and if he was, the runner could then alert the hitter."
Okay, literally what I said.
Yeah. This is what every team has done over the past few years with video rooms being close to the dugout, and it's not against the rules, he said.
Okay, before
the Astros started.
Before 2017,
Sure,
okay?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not. That is to me that is cheating. You're using a camera, using technology to keep tabs on the other team and their signals. If you do it with the naked eye and they're not, maybe they're not, and you notice a pattern, that's fine. If you happen to get a guy on second base who could then memorize a sequence of signs, and then when he gets back to the dugout, whenever, and relays it over, and they can decipher it, that happened out on the field. That's with no assistance.
Yeah, that's baseball. Okay?
Sure.
Like there are some things. Yeah, that's baseball, Susan. It's like,
That's baseball, Susan.
well, that's baseball.
Well, that's baseball, Susan. Yes. So, yeah, and that's fine. And they didn't use like a trash can or any other way to relay to their hitters in real time. So, I don't know. I don't know what this could be that could be worse than what the Astros did.
Okay.
But if this wasn't a big deal, Yankees would be like, go ahead and seal. We don't care. We were already found for the most part, innocent.
And what you're about to say, is the kicker.
Okay.
I think it's the first one that was an attention getter.
Right.
This is the kicker.
Yeah. And am I reading this right? This all started because DraftKings launched some kind of lawsuit?
Yes, I think.
The online betting website, DraftKings.com.
Yeah, DraftKings.
Launched a website.
That's a whole other bag of pop rocks, and I'm not even gonna bother to get into that because I am not well informed enough on law.
Sure.
And I am not well informed enough on that particular case.
Well, basically, I believe it's a class action lawsuit put together by a bunch of degenerate gamblers going, hey, if they were cheating, they cheated us as gamblers out of possible outcomes.
Good point.
And I love that it took these scoundrels to keep digging and launch a lawsuit, and it could affect the whole game and some of the teams. Yeah.
Some mobsters.
No honor amongst thieves, man. No honor amongst thieves. Like they'll take no. They'll take no. You'll waste no opportunity to be like, hey, they're cheating. They're cheating us degenerate gamblers. What's going on here? So.
Like, whoa, man. I bet my entire mortgage on the Yankees winning the 2017 World Series.
Right. But sounds like the Yankees are scared of something though, man.
Oh yeah.
This is not good.
This is the kicker I was talking about.
Yeah. So they're so it's before a judge. They're gonna unseal this thing. I don't know what happens next. I don't know.
I think that's on Saturday or something.
Why you gotta wait till Saturday? Can't they do it today?
Or I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. I heard it was like Saturday or Sunday or the 19th or something like that. I don't know.
Can they do it on TV like LeBron James? Instead
like
of the decision, it's called like the scandal or something.
Yeah, the scandal. Okay, this is nowhere near as big as the Astros scandal though.
It's not as big as the LeBron either.
Yeah, this is not as big as LeBron. Okay, but the Astros scandal wasn't even as big as the decision.
Right.
So, my whole point here is what I like the whole like the meat and potatoes of this segment, if you will. Is I want to give it a message to the Yankee players and the not really the organization, the players, that were on the team in 2017. So, the Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Didi Gregorius,
Yeah.
or I can't really think of a lot of other position played, like Brett Gardner or
Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner's in the news again.
Pretty much my whole, it's like I want to talk about Judge in particular because Judge was very, I remember after the Astros.
Sure, he was pretty.
The Astros scandal broke out. He was
pretty outspoken.
He was outspoken about it. He was Judge. I want to have I want to talk to him. It's like you talk, you talk like you're this moral compass. You talk like the moral compass to protect the sanctity of baseball. Meanwhile, if this was revealed to be true, that you participated and benefited, because remember, he hit 52 home runs in 2017.
He did.
The year that he should have won MVP. The year where he was one of the best hitters in baseball and got sponsorship deals upon sponsorship deals, made millions of dollars off of this one season. That would now be tainted, and now, Judge, you're gonna be, now all of a sudden, you knowing that you did this, knowing that you cheated in a scandal as elaborate, if not more elaborate and cunning and brilliant as Houston. So what I don't get is you acting like this great peacemaker, you acting like the Mr. Rogers of Major League Baseball, and now you just meanwhile you were knowing what was coming as well. It's like what the hell are you doing? And you led the league in strikeouts at that when you knew what was coming.
It worked. It worked 52 times.
Yeah, man, 52 times. 52 home runs. Yeah, he hit bombs. I tell you what, he hit bombs off of it.
He certainly did. So,
my whole point, just why? You act like this champion. You're acting like Martin Luther King, and now you're just not only did you cheat, you're also a lying sack of shit. So,
well, we'll see. We'll see what this letter says.
I'm saying, if it's true, not only is it revealed that you cheated, it's also revealed that you're a lying sack of shit and a fraud. So, and a lot of young people in the tri-state area, anybody who dons the Yankee cap or pledges themselves to this organization, which has gotten caught up in so many scandals before. A lot of people, like myself included, look up to you as a role model.
Sure.
Look up to you
Absolutely.
as someone to live by. Look up to you as someone to emulate, someone to reflect, someone to mirror.
A hero, yeah.
As a human being, a hero. In ways that millennials look up to Mickey Mantle, the millennials look up to Derek Jeter.
Right.
And the way that...
baby boomers, I guess.
Boomers looked up to Mickey Mantle. The way that Gen Xers, people your age, people that looked up to Reggie Jackson.
Right, Mattingly.
Reggie Jackson, Don Mattingly, guys like that. People my age look up to you.
Sure.
Look up to you as a person, not only as a ball player, but as a person. Someone who just is absolutely just seen as flawless as a human being. Who's seen as a god. We worship you. And now, to be revealed as this would just be absolutely blasphemous. I say blasphemous. Like Stephen A. Smith, blasphemous. to even to have this thing revealed, to not he's a fraud. You are a fraud, Aaron Judge. If this is true. If this is true, you're a fraud. You built up this image. You built up this pedigree, this humble, gentle, giant persona who happens to crush baseballs. If you, and also the virtue signaling about all of you, about you being like, oh, boy, I protect the sanctity of the game of baseball. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, you and you end up doing this, dude, you're a hypocrite. I'm trying to think of so many adjectives for this. Just, it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
And if it's revealed that you cheated, I genuinely hope that your image is ruined.
Yeah.
I genuinely hope that you become the most hated player in baseball. I genuinely hope that you get the Houston treatment. I genuinely hope, Aaron Judge, if this is true, that you end up getting pelted by 90-mile-an-hour baseball, 90-mile-an-hour fastballs, and
I don't see it happening. He wears the pinstripes, man. Nobody hates the pinstripes except
except everyone. I don't know, everyone in the damn country.
But I mean, yeah. Other than that, I think the fans, no matter what happens, the
fans are still gonna worship you. The fans are. I'm not gonna worship you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! To have a Judge jersey, I might give it away. Hell, I might burn it.
This coming on the heels of A-Rod and it's one thing after another. I don't know.
I know Yankee fans are still gonna worship the guy. They're still gonna think the guy's Jesus reincarnate.
Sure. But even like I see A-Rod is getting a huge pass as well. He's dating J-Lo. He's got a ton of money. Like nobody.
A-Rod's getting a huge pass. In the Yankee community,
nobody really cared that he cheated.
Well, I mean, that was because everybody did roids. Everybody juiced.
Right. Well, he was
like
another
I'm starting to realize now. And now that he was kind of the like him and Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa, like those, like the core four, those guys were the poster children of biogenesis and steroids and doping
and all that. Yeah.
And the needles and the home run races and all the shit like that to help baseball recover from the '94 strike, which we might see another one in the future with this crap going on.
But I mean, all four of those guys, they're still making they got money.
Nobody gives a shit about Barry Bonds and A-Rod because you know what? Because everybody did it. You can kind of give them a pass. So it's like, okay, like that everybody did it at the time. It was kind of a matter of like, okay, this guy's hitting. Like, okay, this guy went from hitting 15 home runs to 50. Like, what the hell is the secret?
Like,
and I'm like, okay, I'm losing. It's like, okay, this.
He ate more protein. He ate his Wheaties today.
Yeah. He really hit the weight room there, Johnny.
Wow. Whatever his off-season regimen was.
His arms look. The guy came into the season looking like Waluigi. Now he looks like Donkey Kong. What the hell happened?
Yeah, for sure. But a lot of the headlines are Judge unsealed letter that allegedly shows MLB hid Yankee sign stealing.
Okay.
So did the MLB cover this up? Is there a cover up here?
Wouldn't be shocked.
And if they did, why?
Wouldn't be shocked because
why the Yankees get a pass?
Well, the thing is, the Yankees are kind of baseball's cash cow.
They are.
If they end up, if it's a scandal that, like with the Yankees, then that damages baseball as a whole. Meanwhile, the majority of baseball absolutely can't stand the Yankees.
Sure.
And this doesn't shock me. Because, well, it's Rob Manfred being a corrupt asshole.
Sure.
It's Rob Manfred being the worst commissioner in
Right. So not only does it look bad for the Yankees, then it looks bad for all of baseball. They're covering cheating.
Yeah, they're covering cheating. Well, I'm telling you,
giving a blind eye to cheating.
Going back to steroids, they covered that up too.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
well, they're like,
they did.
Like, well, that's like, just gonna write 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Oh, what was that? We'll deal with it later. 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million.
Yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, 73 home runs. Let's keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah. 73 home runs. Oh, his arms look. His arms look a little. They look twice as large.
That's good. Keep playing.
Yeah. Barry Bonds is 45 and he looks 20.
Right.
That's
normal. That's normal.
It's fine. It puts asses in the seats.
Yeah, for sure. That's selling tickets, man.
We'll deal with it later and act like we care about the game.
Yeah, and then we'll say we didn't know
Yeah, we'll say we were blindsided by it.
Yeah, but the Yankees want the letter to remain secret because it would cause significant damage to the team's reputation. So.
Okay. Wait. Did the Yankees say that, or was it a U.S. District Court judge? They're bringing. Oh my God, dude! They're bringing court into this, dude.
District Court, federal court.
Tell you, man, this is gonna go up to the Supreme Court.
Wow.
I swear to God, man, Trump's gonna have to make an address on this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Trump's gonna have to address the
I gue-
nation
I-
on this.
I guess. So, yeah.
Tremendous
I don't know. To me, I'm like, all right, if this was not a big deal, this wouldn't be news, right?
Yeah,
Nobody would say anything. So it's got to be something in there.
Okay.
Hoping for your sake, as a Yankee fan, that it really is nothing. That it's like, that's it.
Okay, but you believe
I don't
me.
believe it, though.
But the thing is,
I think it's something
with
big.
the Yankees, their reputation is ruined forever from this. Because, like, you know it, I know it, we're in the social media world. Everybody in this kind of industry knows it.
Yeah.
The moment you're accused of something, alleged is convicted. That is what, like, in this world, in the world of social media and the blue check marks,
Sure.
Alleged means guilty. In this world, it's guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
And I believe it's a hell of a lot harder to prove someone innocent than it is to be proven guilty.
Especially in the court of baseball. So
yeah,
I don't know. So we gotta wait till Saturday to see what this
God.
is. Why?
Yeah, that's gonna.
The wheels of justice move slowly, my friends.
Yeah.
Wheels of justice move slowly. Well, I am as curious as anybody else to find out what this is.
I'm terrified. Because like the moment when you're hiding something,
sure,
when you don't want it to be leaked, that's when you know, okay, they did some shit.
Right.
Like the moment someone, saying like when I was in middle school, when my mom would check my phone to see what I was texting my friends, I was like, no, don't check it, because me being in middle school, I was crude as hell with my friends.
Sure.
So when you have something to hide. If you have nothing to hide, then you don't hide it.
Right.
That not only goes for baseball, and that not only goes for sports.
Yeah, go ahead, unseal it. I don't care. There's nothing. We're not hiding anything.
Yeah, it's like I don't give a shit. And I see every Yankee Instagram page just living in denial right now, just like, but Mr. Blue Checkmark over here said that nothing happened. I saw you saw the letter early. And I'm like, dude, just shut up. Okay, first of all, don't go to Pinstripe Alley. That's fake news. That is biased.
It's under the SB Nation banner. How could it not be correct? How could it not be
SB
accurate?
Nation is owned by Vox.
Right.
Dude.
Well, all right. Let's say they were stealing signs using technology, whatever, and it's pretty bad. Who do you blame for this? You blame Girardi? You blame?
I blame the entire team.
Blame Cashman?
I blame everyone. I want everyone on that team banned, or not really banned for life, but that was just me being pissed off on Twitter. But I want everyone on that team at least suspended for 1 year without pay.
Everybody
on that 2017 Yankees.
Wow.
Everyone from the 2017 Yankees, and I'm talking about guys, not only guys that are on the Yankees now: Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Brett Gardner, Luis Severino. Well, not really pitchers. Pitchers.
They have
Luis Severino, Masahiro Tanaka. Aroldis Chapman.
Betances.
Chad Green.
Chad Green. Oh, man.
The Austin Roman, Kyle Higashioka, and guys like that don't...
Michael Pineda.
Michael Pineda. I'm talking about guys that are on the Yankees now.
Sure.
Like, like Tyler Wade. He should get suspended for a year without pay.
Right.
Clint Frazier, suspended for a year without pay. Aaron Hicks, for a year without pay. At the bare minimum, mind you. The bare minimum. Without pay for a year. And that's just a compromise.
Right.
I want my ultimate goal is to go further and ban these assholes for life. Okay, if you cheat, you don't deserve to get into Cooperstown. You don't deserve to get into. You don't deserve to get any sponsorships. You don't deserve to have yourself associated with the name of baseball.
Right.
If you tarnish it.
Yeah, that'll never happen. When was the last person to be banned for life?
Pete Rose.
Yeah, so
Pete
and
Rose.
even that's questionable.
Okay, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
That's just,
I agree.
The guy
You know,
didn't
I
cheat.
never mind what he did as a misguided, horrible, possibly horrible human being. But you know, come on, his
okay,
baseball
there are so
achievements.
many horrible human beings in Cooperstown. Okay, if Ty Cobb can be in the Hall of Fame, then so can Pete Rose.
Yes, absolutely, for sure.
Saying Ty Cobb is just an asshole.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I think this. I think this
nobody
may be
likes Ty
nothing. I
Cobb.
think if this was that bad, and
Okay,
even if the MLB tried
if
to,
it is, I
sweep
want
it
these
under the
guys.
rug-
I want. If this ends up being true, I want the hammer of justice to smack these guys square on the head and get them out of baseball.
I think it would have come out
Clean house of this entire roster.
right,
Well, on the 2017 team, I'm talking about Judge gone, Sanchez gone,
right.
Severino gone, Tanaka gone, Chapman gone, Green gone, Wade gone, Andar gone,
So
Frazier gone.
um,
Everybody. If the Yankees need to put their money where their mouths are.
Okay.
Okay, these guys spoke out. They took up the role of they acted like Gandhi all off season,
Sure.
talking about how they bought the sanctity
how
of baseball.
wrong they were, and yes, I
You know,
know.
being all these kumbaya bullshit that they said all off season, only to know they damn well knew
Right.
that they ended up participating in a scandal like this. So if the Yankees really do care about the sanctity of Major League Baseball and the sport of baseball as a whole, then they need to take everyone who is part of that team, who is still on the roster
Yeah.
right now. Joe Girardi, Didi Gregorius on the Phillies. The Phillies can do whatever the hell they want with them. They can give them pay raises. They can build friggin' statues of them. I don't care what the Phillies do. The Phillies, they're a Philly sports franchise. They're already smarmy as hell over there. So, but as for the Yankees, if you really do care about the sanctity of Major League Baseball, you need to clean house of everyone that was on that roster. Because if you genuinely care, you wouldn't stand for any of this. You would not stand for any of this. And even then, if you genuinely did care, then you would have inexplicably traded the entire roster after 2017.
Right. But
If you genuinely do care, then you need to get these guys off the roster and erase them from Yankees lore.
Right.
And I'm talking about the yes number. Do not air any game
No
from the
Yan-
2017 playoffs. Do not air any game from 2018. Air nothing from 2019.
No-
I'm talking about if you actually care about the sanctity and the well-being of Major League Baseball, if you really hate cheating that much, then wipe these last 3 years off the map. Erase them from history. Cut the pages out of the book. Erase them if you actually care.
no Yankeeography. No.
No Yankeeography.
No Yankees
and I know there was a
replay.
Yankeeography on 2017. Burn that off the Yes Network. Take it off. Burn the film. Burn
Take
everything.
those
If
tapes.
you actually care.
Right.
If you care, take it off. If you care. And
yeah.
you know what? This is something revealed that everyone knows. The Yankees are a shady organization that does not give a shit.
Right, because I
The
think they
Yankees are a
'cause-
shady
'cause
organization.
If this is true, that MLB swept it under the rug, they get free pass after free pass after free pass, and if that,
That makes baseball look even worse.
of course it does, but nobody seems to care.
Which is
though.
kind of like, in this situation in 2020, if it does end up being true. Of course, if it does end up being true. I say that, I say this with an asterisk. If.
Yeah.
Absolutely if it does end up being true. I say alleged for a reason. My rant is if it ends up being true. So,
So save this rant. If it ends up being true, replay it.
if it ends up being true,
Or
play
we'll-
it for years, and if it ends up not being true, then that's just
Then forget-
par for the course, ain't it?
That's right. Yeah. But I don't know. It's, part of me says that Yankees that I guess if you want to call it that Yankees error, that I guess if you want to call it the arrogance, like, oh, the Astros cheated.
Arrogance.
We had nothing to
exactly.
do with that.
Arrogance.
That also says to me is like, well, maybe it's not that bad. If it was bad, I don't
Oh,
know.
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
Maybe,
Even if it was,
maybe I'm just
that
being
bad.
too optimistic then. Maybe I'm just.
Okay, dude, you're being a hell of a lot more. As an Orioles fan, you're being a hell of a lot
Sure.
more
Well,
optimistic
hey,
about
man,
the
I'll play
Yankees
devil's
than
advocate
me.
here. I just think if it was that bad, man, I don't know.
Hey, maybe they said it so they wouldn't question them.
Sure.
Although the moment any cheating scandal is broken
But
out
now
about
I
any team,
really-
everybody immediately goes to the Yankees and thinks they did it.
Yeah.
Which most of the time, that kind of ends up being
But
true.
I think if it was that bad, it should have come out with all this hubbub with the Astros.
Oh, no,
That maybe a disgruntled-
it did come out. They just hid it.
Yeah.
It did come out. If it did, it already did. It was
Right.
already revealed. It was
Right.
already found by Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And it was just sealed away in a letter because baseball doesn't want the Yankees getting tarnished again. By
Yeah,
the way,
good point.
again.
Yeah. So I don't know. I believe that is probably not as bad as. Is not that bad, but
I hope to God.
I
hope to God this doesn't end up being true, and I can just sweep this under the rug. I hope.
and I want to.
I want to be wrong. I absolutely want to be wrong about this. I really want to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, let's say it's really bad that I don't know that they were like kicking dogs and stealing signs and whatever. It's just it's bad for the game.
Okay, was
especially
Michael,
now.
was Michael Vick on Brian Cashman's payroll in 2017?
No, I don't think so. But it's just bad, especially now with everything going on.
Okay, pretty much.
You pile this on top of it.
I'm just
it's
imagining.
just bad for baseball.
I'm just imagining. Like this
Horrible
is baseball,
for
but
baseball.
like baseball as of right now, they got shot in the knee by like a sniper rifle, like a
Okay,
50 caliber sniper
sure.
rifle. You know, the intervention from Modern Warfare 2, that kind of shit.
Right.
And now
Is this the
Yankee
headshot?
scandal
Is this the headshot?
No, it's the guy coming up behind them with an AA-12.
Okay.
Like, if you know what an AA-12 is, it's a fully automatic shotgun. It was in the Expendables when Terry Crews... Like, you've seen the Expendables, right?
Yes. So yes, it's a hell of a gun.
Yeah, it's a fully automatic shotgun.
Right. It holds
So
like,
it would be
like,
a guy coming behind Major League Baseball like that and blasting them in the head numerous times with an AA-12. Just like after they got shot in the knee by a DSR or a intervention, the guy behind them comes up with the shotgun. It's like, yeah, by the way, your most profitable organization. Yeah, and you ended up hiding the cheating scandal.
Yeah. Drum-loaded magazine. All right, there's a heck of a gun, my friends. So
I'm telling you. And this is coming from an American. That's my favorite gun in the world.
it's a heck of a gun.
Yeah.
So, did you have anything else to add to the possible Yankees sign stealing scandal?
That's all I got.
All right.
That's all I got on the Yankees scandal. Let's talk about.
Let's talk about baseball, man. Now, every week we're like, hey, maybe we'll come back next week. That they'll make some kind of major announcement.
Okay,
that
first of all, I didn't say anything about maybe it'll come back.
I was optimistic that it was like, hey, maybe next week we'll be able to talk about baseball. And as each week passes, that light gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and soon it's going to go out if they don't make some kind of decision. So, I mean, I don't even know. Well, all right, this is what I saw though. Last report: 6 Major League Baseball owners, and I've heard up to 8, do not want to play the 2020 season.
Okay, first of all, what cheap asshole do you need to be to make even less money, or to lose even more money?
And so I ask you, which teams do you think these are?
Jesus Christ, dude.
If it was 6.
Jesus Christ. Marco Rubio's tweeting about this.
Yeah. So I would say, I would guess definitely the Oakland A's probably don't want to play. They've been shady this whole time. But the other 5 teams, the Marlins maybe, like all the crappy teams, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if they play or not. So
Yeah.
possibly the Baltimore Orioles, like, hey man, we'll, I don't know if there are any teams out there with star players suffering major injuries that maybe they want wait a year for. I don't know. I'm guessing these are probably smaller market teams that may suffer less of an economic impact. I don't know. Tampa Bay, Marlins, Um, yeah, Oakland A's. Those are three of the teams I would guess. I couldn't even hazard who the other three are, but um, yeah, and these are smaller market teams that don't want to pay a prorated salary because they don't want to lose money, and
Yeah,
they're already
that's the point with all those small market
That's-
owners. It's not that they don't have money; it's just that they're cheap. You can't tell me that a team in the Bay Area is a small market team like the Oakland A's. You can't tell me like that's SoCal, man, or is that NorCal?
that's Northern California, but yes.
Or
However,
that's
yeah.
NoCal.
That's NoCal,
man.
everybody.
Just like that's a big market, the Bay Area.
I agree.
The Raiders
That
play in that area. Well, I
they
mean,
did. Well, they
yeah,
did.
Yeah. The
They
Raiders.
did till they screwed it up.
They pack their seats all the time. Their stadium is packed. They make big money. And I'm sure that with the owner being a cheap asshole, he
Right.
probably has beer priced at $15. They've got like kale salad because it's California
Yes.
at 15 like $30.
Right.
And you know, fans at baseball games are willing to buy that shit. They are willing to buy the worst beer and the worst food
Well, it
for whatever price.
tastes better at the baseball stadium.
Yeah, like they're willing to buy the worst, the absolute worst stuff from stadiums
Right.
for whatever price. You cannot tell me that the Oakland A's are strapped for cash.
Yeah, and that's just speculation.
You
And
cannot tell me that the Oakland A's are
the,
strapped for cash. You cannot tell me that their owner, that their organization is strapped for cash.
the A's made $2.1 billion last year. By
Yeah,
the
they
way.
made $2.1 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
how
just
much
saying.
of that is going to the payroll?
I'm just saying.
How much is that going to the payroll? Less than $100 million. Yeah.
Well, much less. Much less.
Like much less. Okay, the fact that the whole point of owning a business is that you take the money that you make from your product and you put money
You put it back into
that product.
Sure.
That is what you do in a situation like that.
Sure. Yeah. Keep a little bit
That
for
is
yourself.
what you do.
Keep a little bit for yourself.
You
but
keep a little bit for yourself, but you put more money into that product. It's an investment. It is absolutely an investment.
Oakland is $96.83 million.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
for
it's
a
not-
team that makes $2.1 billion.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty good return on investment in my opinion. But that's just me.
from payroll alone. Like from payroll, they profit over $2 billion. Okay, show me what profit did the Yankees make last year? I'm willing to bet it's
I will look that up. It's got to be astronomical.
yeah.
Merchandise, everything. Well, this says six. No, that can't be right.
No, there is no way.
Let's look up. I think revenue is more accurate.
Revenue.
I will find it.
Yeah, it's like in situations like that, you gotta put money back into your product, and you know what? When you put money back into it, it will give you a return.
Team value is $5 billion. So what,
I mean, that's kind of.
Anyways, Anyways, Yankees got a lot of money, so
Yeah.
they're not hurting. They're not hurting. Yeah, so I mean, it's basically right now. I think everybody seems to be willing to play. Everybody's ready. It's the owners holding everything up by not wanting to pay the players the prorated salaries that they agreed to in March.
Yeah. In
Now
March.
this was back when we thought the season
It's
was going to.
June.
I know this is back when everyone thought the season was going to just be delayed a couple weeks
Or a
and
few weeks.
start
Yeah,
on
like
March
in May. Yeah, in
March
May.
26th was the original restart date, and then they kept pushing it back, and now we're in June. No sign of baseball. July is coming up. apparently the commissioner can set and impose a schedule. Now this report saying 6 MLB owners don't want to play is somewhat of a significant number. They need 75% of the teams to agree to play. Now, if it gets into 8, that's when 8 out of
30
is more than
3 out of 4.
Yeah,
More than 1
1
out of 4.
Yeah. So that could be a problem. Or that'd be a problem for us because if it's 8 teams that don't want to play, then we're all screwed.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no baseball. It's not looking good at all.
It's like, why, dude?
But and as much as we complain about it, I want to see baseball.
I just want baseball, man.
I want to see baseball.
I'll take it.
I'm dying for baseball, and yeah, I don't know. So Rob, what's today? The 17th.
Yeah, 17th.
2 days ago, Rob Manfred says the only thing I can tell you is that the owners are committed to trying to find a way through this and get the game back on the field, but and yet they do nothing, or they've done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's just a back and forth freaking one-upmanship thing right now. But yeah, it boils down to the owner. They don't want to pay the prorated salaries that they agreed to. And then granted, this was early on, but if they knew it was going to bite them in the ass, they maybe should have waited a little longer before. They was like, oh, we'll pay you whatever games we play. We'll pay you the equivalent, a prorated salary to what we agreed to, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, it completely makes sense. Completely.
Yeah. And MLB Player Association Executive Director Tony Clark says it's time to get back to work, which I agree. Tell us when and where. Get it done. So really, it's up to the it's really up to the owners right now. So I don't know, man. It's when someone's got to give here, and I don't think it's going to be the players. There's no reason for them.
Players' unions are
they're
stubborn.
losing out already. So you're going to play at most at this point 81 games, half a season.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah.
At the very least 48, maybe 54. I've heard thrown about, which is not. Again, like the Orioles could take it all with a 54-game season. They go on a couple 5-6 game win streaks for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in any case they're taking a cut. No fans in the stadiums. Owners are they're taking a cut. I don't. But as we said the last 2 months, if playing some games, you make a little bit of money. You make something. Plus, you keep the interest of the game in the public eye. Because if they skip this whole season, who knows who comes back?
You don't jackknife the game of baseball. Simple.
Right.
Simple as that.
So I don't know. Someone's got to budge here. It's not. I don't think it's going to be the players of the players'
unions.
It's got to be the owners.
Unions. They are just. All unions. They're stubborn bunches.
Yeah.
They do not move.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, and we've mentioned this before, the little guys. The people who work, the little guys who work for the teams. The vendors. They're
losing out on they're going to be on the streets. They're going to be
everyone from the guys selling bootleg hats in the parking lot and the bootleg shirts to the hot dog vendors to the ticket takers, the ushers, all this,
the scalpers.
This all trickles down to, and ultimately this is hurting the little guy, not the billionaires, not the millionaires, not even the thousandaires. Really, this trickles down to normal people just trying to make a living.
Ends meet, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, and if they play some of the games, I know that no fans, so the vendors won't make any money. But I don't know. This is a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But if they play the games, I think at least there's some kind of tangible benefit.
Just baffled.
Yeah, and then in the end, we get to watch baseball, which is what we want to do. I want to flip on a game.
Yeah, we just want to.
And we want to argue about.
Yes, I want to. Yes, I want to. I want to be able to complain.
We just want to. We love arguing.
Yes, we like arguing.
I don't know.
We like it.
It's what, the 17th.
We like ripping on each other
Right.
about our teams.
17th. So
I like making fun of you.
They got maybe 2 more weeks to hammer something out, or else it's done.
There's been an arbitrary deadline for 2 months.
Right.
There's been like, if
March,
they don't have
April,
the season
May.
at this point,
Yeah.
like, if they don't have the season in 2 weeks, we
Yeah.
said this 2 months ago.
Yeah.
If they don't have the season in 2 weeks, but that.
Other than the money and all that, they can play the games without the fans, I think, and keep it safe.
They can play the games.
Keep
fans,
it safe. Keep minimal staff.
No, with everything going on right now, with all the marching.
Sure.
I feel like if I said this last week, if a few 100,000 people can march in the streets
Sure.
of New York and Brooklyn,
Sure,
and
then
Manhattan, all the stuff like that, and
you
not
could put
get
9 guys on a field.
and not get condemned. No, that's not my main point.
Oh,
And not get condemned, then not only can you put 9 guys on a field, I feel like I can also go to Yankee Stadium. As a
Right.
fan, I should be able to spectate.
sure. I'll wear a mask. I'll wear an Orioles mask. I'll wear in the stands. And
Yeah,
if they
like
want to
it.
limit it to even 50% capacity, which
Yeah, if they want to
isn't what the Orioles get in a normal home game, anyways. So, I mean, let's be honest
Yeah,
here.
man,
Let's
just
be
par for the course.
completely
Yeah, man.
honest here. Then yeah, you're right. You're right. Or I see the beaches are packed here and anywhere else.
Oh yeah, the beaches are. Yeah, the beaches
The
are packed.
grocery
here.
stores.
Nobody
I was just at the
cares.
grocery store. They're packed. Everyone's wearing masks. That's good. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It
Like,
can be
everything's
done.
packed.
I think
I should be able to go to a baseball game.
I think they could even limit crowds and lines for concessions. Cut it down to 50%. Cut it down to 25%. You're still making ticket money. And
Yeah, you're still making-
I'll go. I
I'll
would love to
absolutely
go.
I'll absolutely go to a baseball game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Absolutely.
anyways, I don't know. That's all I have to say about. But we're still waiting. We're here. I will go
And
to
next week.
We will go to a game. I will flip it on TV. I will follow it. I will argue about it.
Yeah,
I will love
I
it,
will.
and I will applaud everyone for hopefully coming together and making an effort. That's what I will do.
Dude,
You
Players
know
Union-
why? Because I love the game.
Owners and the players union, they hate each other.
I know.
They will.
I know.
I'm telling you, it's going to have to be a forced.
No, hey, this
telling you-
is why I do it. I love the game.
Gelman. I just mixed up. Probably.
I love the game.
With
Even
Dave Gettleman.
love the game. Even with
It's
stupid.
going to take Manfred throwing down a season with an iron fist.
Sure. Yes, it is. But he apparently doesn't have an iron fist for anything. He's got a rubber fist or
He's got a paper mache fist.
he's got a glass fist. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a tinfoil fist. I don't know what it is.
Tissue
but-
paper fist.
Yeah, he's got. Ultimately, I guess it comes down to him. He's a commissioner. He says what stays and goes, right? So
Yeah.
let's get it going, man.
Just like,
get
the
it
damn
going.
thing. Just come on.
Right, grow a pair, put that fist down, and let's play ball.
Yeah, play ball.
Play ball. That's it.
Preach on that one,
Yeah.
man. Preach on that.
Yeah. So with that, you said you had some football news you wanted to get. What do you got? Cameron Woolley has lost it, everybody. And he cannot breathe. He's laughing maniacally, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate being a Giants fan. Okay. So, pretty much.
Okay.
If you've been living under a rock,
All right.
Aldrich Rosas recently got busted for a hit and run. A hit and run.
Okay.
A hit and run. You know a hit and run? You know what a hit and run is?
It's usually
Someone, running someone
Oh.
over with your car and then driving away from the scene.
yes.
And not only did he get arrested, not only did he do the hit and run, he was also hammered while driving. So
I
that's,
would probably say maybe 80 to 90% of hit and runs involve some kind of alcohol or substance.
Yeah, the guy was hammered.
Yes.
He was baked, apparently. So
Okay.
Uh,
His license was suspended already.
yeah, license suspended. And this is not like New Jersey, where if you honk your horn at the wrong time, you end up getting 10 points on your
Right.
license. But
Rosas was driving his black Chevrolet SUV at 100 miles an hour when he failed to stop at a red light and T-boned a Ford pickup truck. Witnesses told investigators that the driver attempted to drive away from the crash site when his SUV broke down. Well, as usually, and then he fled from the scene on foot.
On foot, on bare feet. Barefoot.
Wow.
He
He's a kicker, so big deal. He can't run. If he could run, he'd be a running back, right? So.
Yeah. If he could run, yeah.
Wow.
We're covered in blood.
Wow. So 62 of 75 in the last 3 seasons.
Ugh,
so not
field goals. Yeah, he's
not-
not good.
awesome. I mean, they don't list distances here, but 86 for 94 and extra points. That's not that great. Well, 3 seasons. Maybe you missed. So he missed 8 field goals in the last 3 seasons.
Missed 8 extra points, yeah.
Extra points. I mean,
Yeah.
made the Pro Bowl in 2018. Hey, wow.
In the 2018 Ultra Cross.
What,
that was an All-Pro. He was great.
Wow. I mean, is he that significant that they're like, that's it, you're out, or they're like, hey, pay a fine.
Hey, Dave Gettleman, he values character. So,
Yeah,
I mean that's why he traded.
This
Odell.
is-
Wait.
This is
I
not
have
good.
a
This is
a
not good
perfect
character here.
I have a perfect line for this. Damn it, dude, why can't I find the voice line where it says the culture is actually damn good?
Yeah.
Like the Bruce Allen.
Okay.
The culture is actually damn good. It's like oh god, just Ultra Cross. Why? Just
Here you
why?
want to see? You want to see a mugshot? Is this it? That's not the mug. There. Here we go. Yeah. He looks pretty hammered there.
Yeah.
Although he's got his neck's all scratched up.
Yeah. What a dumbass.
Alcohol impairment is believed to be a factor in the collision. Gee, you think?
No. Oh, really?
Wow.
Do you think alcohol impairment has something to do with
Wow.
with the fact how many field goals he missed last year?
Right. His first court date is scheduled September 4th, so he's got a couple months to stew about this.
He's got a couple months to sit in there and pony up a bunch of lawyers to get him
driver
off.
the driver he hit, no injuries, which is crazy. Getting hit at 100 miles an
T-boned.
hour.
T-boned at 100 miles an hour and you don't get hurt. That's something.
Huh. Wow. Well, whatever he's driving, I want one of those, man. Apparently they're built like tanks, so it's a Ford
Guarantee
pickup
was
truck.
probably driving it's Ford pickup truck. Ooh.
The Ford was being driven by the victim,
Wow,
and Rosas was
dude.
driving a 2018 Chevrolet.
Wow.
Which,
SUV. Okay, thing is. Okay, head to head. Okay, this brings up. Okay.
All right.
This
Here we go.
is
Who would win?
The American question.
Okay. Yeah. I like that these are both American vehicles.
Okay, question.
USA.
Okay,
USA.
the big question. In a head-on-head collision, which wins?
Sure.
A Ford F-150 or a Chevy Silverado?
I would give it up for the Ford probably. Built Ford tough, right?
Yeah,
Like a rock.
Yeah.
Like a rock. This was a T-boning. I'm glad I guess he hit the passenger side, so that's good.
Yeah, probably the
But
passenger
dang,
side.
man. That's Yeah, officers contacted the male and observed his hands, legs, and bare feet were covered in blood. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, he was barefoot.
It's not not good. Jesus, he's making $3.259 million this year.
Wow.
After he made just
Wow.
12 for 17 field goals and 35 for 39 extra points last season. That is not great.
That is just you're making, geez, if I can make $3.3 million doing a shit job like that. I'm telling you, if you get one order wrong at McDonald's, you're fired. But apparently, if you suck at kicking field goals and cost your team a couple games, then yeah, you make $3.3 million.
12 for 17. Yeah, that's not good at all.
That's horrible.
It's terrible.
It's horrendous.
All right. Well, I guess they didn't have any better options then.
Okay, first of all, there's always better options.
That's
It's
what I
just
thought.
the Giants are too lazy to get them.
That's what I thought.
Or they refuse to, or they just refuse to, sign with them
Sure.
because the Giants are terrible.
Right. Wow.
Oh, God.
All right. Well.
Again, he's just playing Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah.
He probably was playing some PlayStation 2. He was probably either playing Simpsons Hit and Run or GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
And
I always go to Crazy Taxi, but whatever.
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Yeah. Sega Dreamcast. Old school game.
Oh,
Good
of course,
stuff,
Sega
man.
Dreamcast. The only game that I know that was on the Sega Dreamcast was Sonic Adventure.
Right.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Or Destruction Derby.
I don't know what the hell that game
That was
is.
an old school PlayStation game.
Apparently, I guess forgot. I am this close because on Steam, Sonic Adventure 2 is $10.
Oh, geez.
And I've got a lot in my bank, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh. I'm like, dude, I am this close to getting it because Sonic Adventure 2 is, not only is it one of the best Sonic games of all time, but it's also got a banger of a soundtrack.
Nice. Yeah.
That's what I gotta do. Like, Crush 40 is pretty much dedicated to just making songs for the Sonic series.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? At least it was a kicker. Big deal. You lose a kicker. Find
Yeah, at least if
another
it was
one, right?
okay. If it was
Yeah, it
Daniel
wasn't-
Jones, I would have.
Yeah, it wasn't Daniel Jones hit and run.
Daniel Jones hit and run.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, small blessings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Simpsons Hit and Run was the game that, like, if the neighborhood 12-year-old couldn't convince his mom to get San Andreas, he could convince her to get the Simpsons game.
Yeah. So, anyways, pray for baseball, I guess. Play ball.
Yep, play ball.
Play ball. You got anything else?
No,
All right.
no, not really.
That was fun. I mean, not that fun, but sort of fun.
I mean,
fun complaining.
I had a good. Yeah, I like complaining.
Yeah, for
complaining
sure.
is fun.
Yes, it is.
And why do you think I've been on this podcast?
Oh,
for
yeah,
a year?
yeah.
Why do you think I've been coming once a week for
I
the
love
last
it.
year and a half, dude?
I appreciate that, and I love complaining with you.
Yeah, man. True that. So, anyways, from Ming Chen, the Shared Universe Podcast Studio, be sure to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and be sure to follow my social media. Obviously, my Twitter account is a train wreck. I also have a gaming channel, which I'm thinking about streaming on there sometime.
Nice. All right, I'll tune in.
Sometime soon. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I am Cameron Woolley. Stay classy, New Jersey.